We are on our way to a crime scene in the Baltic Sea, the site of an alleged attack on Nord Stream, the largest underwater gas pipeline from Russia to Europe. What does that imply? The league's leak is known as skull and crossbones. Only the military and investigators are permitted to get any closer to those gas leaks in order to protect the evidence and determine what takes place here and who is responsible. This is an exclusion zone that is approximately 9 kilometers in width, and that is the closest we are allowed to get. Before we know it, we get a warning. For leaks off the coasts of Sweden and Denmark have led to a global crisis that is deeply troubling for people like Kim, who could smell gas from his home. Do you feel vulnerable living on Bornholm, a Danish island, given the proximity of the incident? Well, where we say harm has always been a very peaceful place, and now we see warship F-16 everything and now at explosion so close to Denmark. Many people in the United States and Europe believe that the damage was intentional, possibly ordered by Russia President Putin's accused Anglo-Saxon powers. Who do you think is responsible? I don't know, and I won't say who will have done it. However, I do know that a Russian man will try to do it because they know it will be winter soon, and because Bergheim is close to the leaks, chemical experts are monitoring the air to make sure it hasn't been poisoned. Since methane is such a potent and aggressive climate gas, the UN has warned that the ruptures may mark the single largest release of climate-damaging methane. Environmental campaigners contend that this is not only a political crisis but also an environmental disaster. What kind of impact could this have? Well, this will contribute to the climate crisis that we're in the middle of. This is something that will really be felt in 20 years. It's comparable to the CO2 emissions from all of Denmark or maybe 30 million cars in Europe would produce in a year. The full impact of what happened off this coast is still being felt, and it's a stressful time for this community as well as the entire world.